रक्त वीर शहीदों का था, हर सपूत बलिदानी था। कारगिल पर्वत शिखर पर पवन चला तूफानी था। हिम प्रताप बन हिमगिरी से रक्त शत्रु का जमा दिया। विजय दिवस की शौर्य पताका देने वाला अभिमानी था। In the heart of our nation, where courage finds its home, stands a tale of valor, sacrifice, and unwearying patriotism. High up in the icy, unforgiving mountains, our brave soldier faced challenges that tested the limit of human endurance. With hearts filled with courage and determination to protect our motherland, India, they fought against all odds. Today, as we stand united as a nation, we bow down our heads in remembrance of our courageous soldiers who fought valiantly in the Kargil War. On July 26th, every year, Kargil Vijay Diwas is observed in India to honor the troops who gave their life in the Kargil War. The war lasted from May to July 1999. The day also marked the success of Operation Vijay, which was launched in 1999 to reclaim the territories taken by Pakistani invaders in the Kargil Dras region. The main cause of the war was that Pakistani soldiers sneaked the LOC of the Indian side. Later, Indian Air Force helped the Indian Army and they again captured the main position of LOC. In starting, Pakistan did not accept this thing that they were the ones who did injustice and blamed the Kashmiri people. The war fought in the inaccessible mountainous region of Kargil. Kargil War ended with a victory for India, but at a huge price. It was said to be the fourth war between India and Pakistan. It was the last war that happened between India and any other country. Hello everyone, this is Apurva Dar and you are watching the Amity Aapki Apni Awaaz. Today, as we celebrate 25 years of Kargil Vijay Diwas in remembrance of brave soldiers who fought fearlessly to protect Indian borders, Amity University Madhya Pradesh on this Kargil Vijay Diwas salute to some heroic personality of Amity University Madhya Pradesh. Hon'ble Pro-Chancellor Lt General V.K. Sharma, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, retired, joined prestigious National Defence Academy and passed out as a permanent commissioned army officer from Indian Military Academy on 31st May 1972. During his service, he was the part of Operation Vijay, which was launched during Kargil War. He served 7 years in Jammu and Kashmir Valley of Srinagar in the rank of Captain, Colonel and Brigadier. Let's hear from him about the memories and experience about the Kargil War.
The Kargil War happened between May to 26 July 1999, and the basic cause was that in mountains there are posts which are on high altitude area ranging between say 18,000 to and above height, and it becomes very difficult to sustain there in winters, and especially in Kargil the temperatures go down to minus 40 degrees, minus 45 degrees Celsius, sometimes even touching minus 50 degrees Celsius. Very difficult to sustain. So both India and Pakistan, they used to vacate the winter posts, go down to lower areas and then again occupy those posts after the winter is over. So that is a routine which has been followed, you know. Now one fine day, the Pakistanis made a plan that this year we will occupy the India's winter vacated posts with full strength and stay there. And when they come, we will kill them and we will not allow them to recapture, and this area will be ours. That was the plan which was made by Pakistan Army, implemented by their government, and they said if the world media asks, international community asks, we will say no, this is not army, these are Razakars. They are some other organization, we don't know who they are, they have just occupied. And those heights, it is very important, you know, in army that if you are occupying a post at height, then you are dominating the areas by vision and by fire. So, if those areas are dominated, it becomes very difficult for any movement of road from the road of troops or vehicles or any movement possible. So, that means they can effectively cut off. But then we decided, and this operation was called Operation Badr by Pakistan. Then Indian Army decided that there is no other way, but we have to fight. If the lives have to be lost, they have to be lost, but we have to capture every inch of our motherland. We have to capture it. There is no shortcut, and we have to do it.
Brigadier J. Matta, Controller of Examination at Amity University Madhya Pradesh, was part of this historic war too. He was posted at Line of Control, also known as LOC, during the war and was commanding a regiment also. Let's hear his experience from the brigadier himself.
As you are aware, Kargil War happened 20 years back, and that time I was commanding a regiment, and my regiment was deployed on the LC during the Kargil War. The day Kargil War started, that day I was deploying my AD guns on the LC so that we can counter the Pakistani firing, which was quite a bit pretty heavy, I would put it that way. Though my regiment was a little away from actually where Kargil was, but we were on the line of control, and a lot of activity used to take place on the line of control. I also vividly remember that we tried something new to counter the Pakistan firing, like what you see during the marriages over here. They fly UAV and take photographs. That sort of thing was first tried by us, my regiment, and we were a team of around 10 boys with one more officer, one GSU, and rest were other ranks. They were good at aero modeling flying, and we used to use this aero model for our laying practice of the air defense guns. So we took this aero model, went to the LC, and we were just on this side, on this side of the river, and exactly on the opposite side of the river were Pakistani posts. So we put a camera in that aero model and flew it over Pakistan. For the first 5 attempts, we were always very disappointed because either the camera didn't work, or we got photographs of area we could not recognize, we could not link up those photographs. Then ultimately on the 6th attempt we were successful. We flew that aero model over a destroyed bridge over the Pakistani post and got it back. But we could just take one round of that Pakistan area, and they started firing, and very heavy firing followed thereafter, and we just had to get into the bunkers for good about half an hour to 45 minutes. We couldn't even take our head out. Later on, when we exposed that film, it was a normal camera in which we used to click and take photographs. That still camera, typical of olden days. So we enlarged those photographs, joined them together, put it on a projection system, and then we could pinpoint each and every bunker of Pakistan. So thereafter, that Diwali was from our side and not from their side. That aero model flying immensely helped us in targeting their bunkers. And then a stage came when the Pakistanis used to shout, "Sathi, ab to firing band kar do, abhi to hum thak gaye hain." So we had a good experience, and my boys and my regiment did a wonderful job. Luckily, we did not have any casualty, and we achieved a lot as far as that particular sector is concerned. And we kept Pakistanis engaged so they could not withdraw their troops from there and put them elsewhere. That we made it sure that it didn't remain a dormant sector. It remained an active sector. So I have wonderful memories and good experience, good exposure, and most of all, my regiment did a very good job, and I am grateful for all those things to my regiment, which later on I got all the promotions and all the laurels and awards. It is all because of the boys of my regiment. the message to the youth would be disciplined, focused in life, try and do something good, and think of the nation first and your neighbors and other people later, and last of all about yourself. Then only you can succeed.
Brigadier Rajesh Gangile, Hostel Director at Amity University Madhya Pradesh, Sir was not the direct part of the war, but his work was also important as he was the part of the regiment of artillery. He shares his experience and feeling of victory after India won this Kargil War.
Okay, so I mean, you would recall these names: Captain Manoj Pandey, uh, Captain Vikram Batra, that Dil Mange More, the famous. And this was the first operation which became known to the general population also in real time, because it was being shown on all the interviews. Artillery played a very major role. I am from artillery regiment, right? So I recall the local commanders there. Bofors was the gun that was being used very effectively in direct firing role. I mean, generally Bofors gun, you fire up to a range of say 30 to 40 kilometers. It is indirect, okay? But here you are looking at those heights where those bunkers, etc., have been made, and then through direct fire, all these guns placed one after the other, they played a very, very major role. And then later on, Air Force was also inducted to throw them out, but with a rider. And the rider was that Air Force cannot cross LOC. So all these fighters, etc., they had this little bit of, say, what should I say, rider, that they, under no circumstances, they can cross the LOC. But then they also did a remarkable job with the use of precision weapons and the very effective artillery fire and the grit and determination and resolution of our soldiers. Okay, very difficult operations they undertook, sacrificed their lives, but at the end of the day, within a month and a half, we were able to recapture all those heights back. Okay, so those are some of the memories that I have. I recall, I mean, one particular incident. My own friend, we did some course together. He was deployed in Kargil at gun end, where you fire guns from. And one morning, like I said, morning I go there, and I am informed that this particular officer sacrificed his life, saving the lives of his men at the gun end. And that day itself, it just so happened that his wife was to come to Delhi, and she was absolutely unaware of this development which had happened. So, I mean, very difficult task for me, as it is, like I am saying. Then I had to inform this lady's brother who was there in Delhi. I had to break this hard news to him. Then we received her from the railway station, brought her home, and then of course this was disclosed. So, like, I'm just quoting one example. So many families, etc. But hats off to them. They did a commendable job, and those are some of the memories I can share of Kargil operations. Anything else?
सर एक चीज़ ये चीज़ अगर आप हिंदी में बोल सके तो फॉर मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि जब ये न्यूज़ आई कि फाइनली सारी हाइट्स जो हमने जीत ली हैं तो कारगिल वॉर इज ऑलमोस्ट, वो फीलिंग उस समय कैसी थी आपके बीच में और आपके ट्रूप्स के बीच में कि जो एक इतने लंबे समय से चीज़ आ रही थी फाइनली?
See, it all happened in a very gradual manner. यानी कि जो सारा कार्रवाई हुआ था, आज की डेट में हमारे को डेट्स मिलती हैं कि इस डेट को ये हो गया था, उस समय in the fog of the war, these things appear and come to your knowledge in bits and pieces. So even जैसे कि Clinton, President Clinton, he is the one who called Nawaz Sharif and some kind of a pact was reached. He agreed to withdraw all the troops from there. But it took very long for people to actually ascertain कि जो हमारे पोस्ट थे, जो हम लोग ऑक्युपाई करते थे या जो इंडियन पोजीशंस थे, क्या वो सारे के सारे उन्होंने वेकेट कर दिए. So there is no deadline. Later on 26 July was accepted, declared कि भाई अब कारगिल वार खत्म हो गया है, and then it was declared कि भाई कारगिल. It took very long for facts and figures to emerge. So it is just not that कि you win a cricket match and it is a victory and you celebrate. That kind of a situation, I think none of us wearing uniform that time happened in that particular manner. Okay, but it was a matter of pride that we were able to recapture all those heights which were occupied by them. Okay, though we had to suffer a lot of casualties. I think officers' casualty itself was more than 500. Right? So, I mean, no such feeling, ऐसा कुछ दिन नहीं था कि जब हमने सेलिब्रेट कर लिया कि हो गया है. स्टिल डाउट इज देयर, उधर बैठे तो नहीं हुए, ये पूरा एरिया हमारा है कि नहीं. और फिर वो सच जानने के लिए एक कमेटी का गठन किया गया था. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, सुब्रमण्यम कमेटी. उन्होंने अपनी रिपोर्ट बहुत दिनों तक बनाई. जितने ऑफिसर्स इन्वॉल्व थे उन सबको एक जगह रखा गया. जो कारगिल कमेटी की रिपोर्ट थी उसमें उनके कईयों के बयान हो पाए, नहीं हो पाए. और फिर देन वो रिपोर्ट आया था कि भी कहाँ गलतियाँ हो गई या कहाँ पर लोगों ने बहुत हीरोइक एक्ट्स किया था. सो इट हैपेंड लाइक दैट. ओके.
Colonel S.K. Sethi, Director Administration, was also serving Indian Army during the time of Kargil. Now let us know from him about the patriotism and sacrifices the brave soldiers made during Kargil War in 1999.
Kargil Vijay Diwas. It reminds us of the battle fought by the armed forces during May 99 to July 99. Unfortunately, I was not at that time part of the actual battle. I happened to be in Rajasthan and we were told to move and occupy the operational areas. But we were all very closely watching the progress of the battle. To recall back and pay homage to the soldiers who fought with bravery, courage and sacrifice so that the entire nation can go to peaceful sleep. We today pay homage to these soldiers. To recall them, we all remember Captain Vikram Batra.
Sir, if you can say Captain Vikram Batra.
We all remember Captain Vikram Batra and his success signal, Ye Dil Mange More. He was awarded Paramveer Chakra. Brigadier Yadav, he too was awarded Paramveer Chakra. And there are lot of other few awardees who were awarded with Mahavir Chakra.
The Amity wishes our viewers on this 25th Kargil Vijay Diwas and salute the brave and martyrs soldiers and feel proud to share the story of Kargil heroes of Amity University Madhya Pradesh. Jai Hind, thank you.